I guess what makes me cut different is like I have a specific vision for my life. If somebody were to see all the stuff I do from work and the stuff I do with my photography and the level I perform in my photography, a lot of people say, I thought you were full-time with photography. The way I market myself and handle my business is like, it's different. Ain't anybody really doing it like that. My name is Chad Lawson, as you know, Chad Lawson Photography, Chad Lawson Photos. I'm a photographer in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from Savannah, Georgia, born and raised. I specialize in, portrait photography. My niche is like, getting into like helping people brand, whether it's models trying to brand, whether it's music artists trying to brand, whether it's actual retail brands trying to, do campaign shoots to brand, help them, go to the next level. I'm really all about images, helping people make money. The move to Atlanta, man, Atlanta different. Cause I'm coming from Savannah, I'm coming from where like, if I'm doing like a sexy shoot or whatever you want to classify it, like Savannah, like I really couldn't get nobody. The stuff I was trying to shoot, like the caliber stuff I wanted to shoot, it was kind of, it was a little difficult. Like I probably had like, one or two people, girls from Savannah State that like was like, cause they from Atlanta and they was already trying to model for real. They was on that lane. Like Savannah is an industry city. Atlanta's an industry. Like that's what we do up here. Even my mom is like, they pay how much for what? For some pictures? But she's thinking like on a scale of, you go to take pictures on Easter or Christmas, like stuff like that, not like what we're doing up here. So that transition from Savannah, Atlanta, at first it was hard because, I'm coming from Savannah not having that type of work, that type of portfolio, because all I was shooting was families and stuff like that, which is cool if you're trying to be like that generic type of photographer, but I'm not trying to be like that. I came up here, found some people that, say, hey, I find, starting models, hey, we like to shoot, trying to put my portfolio, and just kind of got from there. There's this model agency I've been following for a long time, like when I was in Lawson or whatever. I always used to DM her and at her on Twitter, whatever. But I was trash then. I was trash. So one day, I took this picture of this chocolate girl named Midoriya, and the owner of the modeling agency, Nia, she saw it. She was like, hey, it's finally time for us to work. So I was like, okay, cool, get my foot in the door, because she did like model development. She still does model development and all that. So, she started sending girls to me to shoot or whatever. That's what it became for like the next 2-3 years strong. Me, Salon, Mania used to shoot like once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a week. And I'm grateful for them, my following increased from that. And I got better because I was working with higher caliber model that's really giving like the look I wanted from my portfolio on a consistent basis. Then I got in touch with, if you guys know, like Jada, Des, they're from Savannah. And I actually shot Jada a few times when we both lived in Savannah, but when I came up here, I think Des was living in Missouri or something. I think she moved. But I used to email Des and say, hey, when we come to Atlanta, then we should shoot. She emailed me back like the first time and was like, yeah, I would love to. So every time she used to come to Atlanta, because I think that's when Jada moved up here, she would come and see her or something like that. Maybe once a month, we would shoot. And then Des ended up moving to Atlanta after a few years, but we've been shooting since like, 2017, things like that. And that's how I started shooting Des, and I was shooting Salon, and I was shooting these people. More people saw it. And eventually Arrogant Taylor, hair designer, saw it. And he used to be like, once I got in, because I shot Ari's maternity pictures, and his support was crazy. Like during the shoot, he posted me on his page like 3-4 times. My phone was going crazy. Ari posted me 3-4 times. Because the girls come to his house, the celebrities come to his house to get their hair done. I say, hey, somebody at your house today. And that's when he was like, yeah, Alexa Scott here, pull up. I left work, I went home, grabbed my camera, and I pulled up. I might have waited 2 hours for him to finish the hair, but I was gonna shoot. We shot outside of his house, so on some random stuff. They both posted me things like that. It's kind of like you just need kind of like that one person I'm not saying you're using them because, I mean, y'all both kind of using each other. They need pictures, you need whatever. Find somebody that needs something, you feel that need, y'all have a partnership, you know, all right, I need this, but I need some. At that time, you know, people say you're shooting for exposure. You're shooting for exposure because you're trying to get into a certain lane. Then from there, it just kind of, things just kind of been, you know, I've been blessed with things since then. I kept reaching out to people. You know, you get rejection. After a while, you won't get rejected no more. Sometimes I do feel bad for not having a personal life. I blame my mom because my mom, she didn't probably even have to do all this. She was a teacher. She ran after school program. She ran a GED program. This ain't had nothing to do with the after school program. It was like once a week. And she played piano at church. That's like 3 jobs. And she had rental property that she ran. You know, growing up, you know, seeing this, you know, but she was a single mom, so she kind of more so mind had to do it. I don't have to do it, but I still want to do it. Like that's what I can't. That's what I seen. Like so, that it's kind of people would be like, I don't know how you doing this. It's normal to me. I done seen it. Like my mom was working all day. Come on, still cook everything. I ain't never been in trouble. I ain't never been in jail. She seen after her kids. We both got houses. We both, you know, in our careers successful. I'm going off of that drive. Like it never was nothing to me to do. I have a vision of keeping my 9 to 5 and potentially staying there and getting my pension from my 9 to 5, but also becoming rich off of photography. First time Husani probably was Husani and drunk at a party, and I took his pictures. I'm not gonna lie, I met Husani, I was like, who is this guy? But I mean, I've seen Husani like transform from the first time I met him freshman year to like he is now. It's like seeing O'Barron, how it's gone from, people like to talk about people who do like graphic t-shirts, like, oh, they just make t-shirts. But like the O'Barron's like, it's different. It's from the start, how just seeing how serious it was, different, you know, collections. When they used to do the Mainstream Madness fashion show, like just seeing like the different things, and when just like one logo on the shirt, it was like they got a color logo on a different shirt, different things, stuff like that. It was like you could always tell that this was something different than just like somebody was like, yeah, I'm gonna print some t-shirts or what like that. It's hard to start a clothing brand or something like that and get so many people behind it. Like that's a lot to, you know, constantly. I know it probably was startup money that wasn't made back. It's a lot to, just any business, it's a lot to keep going, to have that drive to keep going. And it's like, I just see O'Barron, I see determination, I see, you know, it ain't easy to, you know, come up with designs and approve designs that people gonna like. I know it's like a lot of hours spent into it. I just see a determination on how it work. I don't know, it's like it's become a lifestyle for a lot of people. I see people cut different shirts all the time. Just that whole saying, like, it ain't even no like razzle dazzle font, nothing like that. Like that whole, just come up with that whole brand, it's like, that could live through the whole lifetime of the brand, forever. I would say I'm cut different because, you know, there's nobody doing what I'm doing, how I do it, on the level that I do it. And that's not me trying to talk trash, that's just me being confident in how, like my vision, when I sit down and edit a picture, I can show somebody how I color my pictures, how I cut people out of the background, whatever. But I can show them that, knowing that nobody ever gonna do it or have no type of thought process to how I do it. Because people are like, well, why'd you make that sky orange in that one? I don't know. Cause that's what, like, my mind is like so overthinking like that. Like, I just know like my brand and how I move, it's never gonna be another, nobody has a thought process behind how I do my shoots or whatever. Like I have a different perspective, I have a different mind process behind how I do projects, how I do shoots, things like that. So yeah, I think that's how I'm cut different.